Hello and welcome to Veggie Patch Ideas. Today it's all about the jobs you need to get done for spring. Now of course it's that time of year, time for your runner beans, your French beans and everything in between. So while the ground is still nice and loose, let's get our canes in before it dries up too much and we can't get anything in. So we'll make a wigwam just like the one here, and we'll have two lots of different things growing on in here. So I'm going to have French beans in one, and then in the other one I'm going to have yard long beans, which you haven't seen the video. I will link it somewhere for you and it will show you exactly how to sow and grow your beans in the best way. And we'll tie all that in and we're good to go. Now of course you'll see these popping up on every allotment and veggie patch. It's netting, it's shade netting basically, that'll protect it against slug damage. So what's going to go in here is a lovely tray of broccoli, and let me find it for you. Now this has been in the conservatory growing on, so what I want to do, I want to put it in the shade or leave it outside for a day just to get it hardened off, and then it'll be ready to go in the ground. And when we do plant it, I'll show you a little trick. Now you'll notice on your broccoli they kind of come off the pot and start growing at a right angle. Now you can bury all this stem into the ground, because this stem will then root off, if you can see that. So it's all about the leeks and replacing the old for new ones. So we've got new ones cooking in the greenhouse right now, but these have been in all year and they need to come out. So the ones we haven't used up, the rest, it's going to be leek and pork for me for dinner for a few days here. But these all need to come out now and clear the bed and get it ready for the next lot. Now here's one I bet you didn't know. Your gooseberries, when they start coming into flower, it's time to net them. And the reason why is the bullfinches, little birds, they come round and eat all the little flowers, which are your fruit, which you don't want. So as soon as they come into flower, pop some netting over and it'll just keep them nice and ready, and then it will be able to produce all them lovely gooseberries we love. Now here's another thing I bet you don't do. For your black currants and your blackberries, try this. Add some blood, fish and bone to the base this time of year, so in spring. And then water it in with some water and a tomato feed, only a little bit. Swirl it round and water that in. That'll feed the plant. There you go. And you only need to do that once at the start of spring. Now this is the perfect time. As soon as you see flowers start to form on your strawberries, you know this is time to start applying the fertilizer. And it's just a normal tomato feed. And a little tip, wet your strawberries down first, wait around 5 minutes or so, and then add the fertilizer. And that's all you need. Once every couple of weeks and you should be good. And of course now is a perfect time to start preparing your beds for direct sowing. If you're anything like me, it's been absolutely soaking wet, and now it's dried off extremely fast. So to break down the bigger lumps, use your rake, smash them up, and then just rake them in. You want to get the bed as flat as possible, and then you can begin to direct sow. And what I'm sowing is a couple of lines of carrots here, and then I'll go for a couple of lines of white long radish, and then the French radish, all in this area. Water them in, keep them watered to start with, and then within a week you should start to see something. And then we just put a line in the soil, and it's just a case of direct sowing into the line, and pushing the dirt over, and that's all it is.